the very next game, man. Packers, Cowboys.
Yeah.
I just here because it's like, okay, I want to know two things from both of you. Number one, who do you think is gonna win? Like if you were being like real, like who do you actually think is gonna win
Packers,
that football game?
100% Packers.
Oh dang, okay, you're just right into it. Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
I got a
You
parlay. Packers need to win for my parlay to hit. So yeah, I think of Packers.
wow.
Listen, the Cowboys are good. I just like when they've played any other team that's had like a winning record, they haven't really done like the best. You know what I'm saying?
True.
And I know they're home, but I disrespected LaFleur before, but it's partly me being a biased Lions fan. But he's a pretty good coach, man. And that offense, that Green Bay Packers offense, like say what you want, it rolls when it gets going. It's been hot lately.
Yep. Yeah. Oh, I mean, let's talk Lions. You felt the same way. You said that immediately. So you're confident Green Bay is going to win this football game?
Yeah, real quick. You got me again. Every time you just roll straight into filming, you go straight live. I have no idea. I thought we were I thought you were like, hey, the three of us on our own, like before we get in the show.
I thought that's
how
how
do we feel?
too.
Yeah, unbelievable.
The very first word of the stream, Packers. Hey,
Packers.
that's how we get this thing going. Jay, how we doing? How we doing, man? We got some legends with us today. Let's talk linebacker. I've been seeing some of your videos recently. I watched like two of your last two.
Oh,
the
wow.
quality's great. I turned that on. I thought I was watching a movie. That thing was like cut out cinematic. You know what I'm saying? You were just sitting there in front of the camera and it was like cut. I was like, come on, man. You need to stop doing this because all of us look like, what are we doing?
Yeah,
You're doing a whole movie.
Just stunting on
and then, hey, my man Easy's over here. I was on a show not too long ago.
Yes.
And man, it's good to see you back, dude. I like the jersey. Is that a new jersey? You just get that?
No, I got this one in the beginning of the season. It was a bet with a Jets fan actually, who was a cop. Luckily, I won. My Jets, so we cashed in the jersey bet. He got me Sewell, and he actually hooked up my son with Hutchinson too. So
that's fire.
UPD, Detroit Police Department.
Good dude.
Yeah,
there you go. Hey, I want to ask two more questions, just real quick, that aren't related to the Lions.
Yes.
Number one, if you're voting for MVP, who you picking as your MVP of the season? Every team. Yeah, not for the Lions, but everybody.
NFL MVP?
Yeah, I mean, I guess you could do both if you want, but yeah, I was thinking like NFL MVP. Who would you?
Probably Lamar or Dak, I'd say. So at one point it was CMC for me, but
yeah. I mean, I'm kind of biased toward, and I know a lot of people disagree due to the because all people care about are stats. But when you watch a game, Josh Allen brought this Buffalo Bills team from a 5-5 to a 6-6 to a number 2 seed division title. And does he throw the ball in situations? He's the type of guy who it's like we always focus in on all the negatives, but I'm like, this dude resurrected the Bills.
He's so true.
Right. And like he just gave Miami the middle finger, was like, haha, go play in KC. And then they get bounced. I think Josh Allen should definitely be in the talks. But what I agree with Easy. I'm like, what Lamar has done is fantastic.
Yeah, he's crazy. I think like people sleep on like how much he like I guess like just dictates what goes on in the game. Like his ability to run just freezes defenses at times where it just opens up other things, and he's able to make great plays passing too. I think because he runs, people like just forget that like they automatically assume, and it's fair. Like some running backs or some running quarterbacks can't throw the ball as well. Lamar can fling it, and he's great at reading the field while like in those situations. He's fun to watch.
Yep. Yeah, that's a good point. No, that's a good point. Yeah, you're right because you have to play like that team completely different than everybody else just because he's there.
Yeah,
that's true. That's true. No, I was just asking because I put it out last night. They won't do it, but I would give it to CJ Stroud after last night. I know
that's
you don't
fair.
count playoffs, but I think based on what they've done, I'd give it to Stroud.
Because I think it's fair.
Man, it's going to a quarterback.
Break it down for me. Why is that? Why CJ Stroud?
Well, one, I look at the Texans like kind of like almost like the Browns and like they're one of those teams that are just like every year you expect to be bad. And it's not like they didn't feel like Texans were going anywhere. Like Caserio is like, oh man, he might be out of here. They didn't feel like they were going anywhere, and all of a sudden they get Stroud and they get a new head coach and they take off. Like there didn't seem to be any kind of growth there. And even the players that last year, like Stingley, some of their top picks, all of a sudden they're balling this year. Not saying that's all him, but Nico Collins has a career year. Bro, here's what I'll say. I mean, look, I was wrong first off because when CJ Stroud, the thing that he looked like an NFL quarterback, like he played like style wise in college, but I didn't think he'd be like, I didn't think he'd be that. Dude, I think CJ Stroud's be like one of the 5 best. Like I think he is right now. I think he's one of like the few best quarterbacks in the league already. like he's gonna be in that category the entire career. I don't know, man. So I give it to him
There was
because
a play last night.
go ahead.
Where
Yeah.
it looked like he was evading the sack, just throwing it, like he was like running backwards, and I thought he was gonna throw it out of bounds. And obviously they came the camera over with the throw, dot right in the money. It's like a running back does alongside the side. I was like, what? Yeah. I was like, it was just like I don't know. It was his accuracy, and it's a pretty ball. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, it's unreal. I get it almost feels like because his like release is so quick, it's so condensed that like it's so easy to repeat for him that like everything is the same. Like everything is gonna be accurate because there's never like something that's different every time he throws it. I don't know. Okay. Okay, actually, the other thing was you guys. I mean, the playoffs. Like, any surprises from the first 2 games? You guys surprised by anything that went down?
No, my parlay is looking good, boys.
Wait, you parlay every game?
Yeah, wow.
Yeah, just the 2 that went down so far. But yeah, Texas. Well, not every game. So ones I was pretty confident. Texans, Chiefs, Packers, which that one I am a little bit nervous about. I'm not gonna lie. Then Lions, baby, let's go!
Wow, my headphones were not adjusted for that. That's on me, though. They should have been ready.
You know what I mean? When Banks is in here, you're already ready to go. You know, it's like this is how the entire show's gonna go.
Yeah.
I apologize. But yeah, Lions last piece of that parlay.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. All right. Hey, let's do this then. I want to start here, man, because all the news you're doing watch party. We are doing a watch party. I want to start here though. My man, Everything's King's in the building. Shout out to Everything King. Sam Laporte has been like all of the news. So like I just like it sounds like he's gonna play. From what I read most recently, he said he was trending towards playing. He may wear a brace, but he's probably gonna play in this game. Which, first off, is just crazy if he actually plays in this game. Like, there's no way. No way I thought this dude was gonna play. But then it was like when they didn't sign anybody, it was like, oh shoot, he might actually play. They didn't go and get anybody. So it almost feels like he knows how important he actually is. Like he has to be out there in some sense for him.
Yeah.
What does that mean? Let's talk Lions. Let's start with you because you're saying, yeah, man. What does this mean to have Sam Laporta? Like, what is he? Why is it so important to have him today?
He's vital. He's truly probably next to George Kittle the best tight end this season in the NFL. Like I think Sam Laporta has made this offense dynamic, and what it does is now when he's out there, teams by week 6, 7, 8, they're like, holy crap, we don't have to just lock down St. Brown. Now we got to worry about this huge dude in the corner whose yards after catch are great. Like the guy picks up yak. And so really it just creates so much more of a dynamic offense. But in the same way, if Sam Laporta can't play, how do the Rams have to adjust what they've seen on film for an entirely different offensive attack as a whole? Like Sam Laporta, he's big and he'll be big even if he can't play today. I mean, he might just be a decoy. I don't know.
That's a good point. I like how you flip that. You've been almost like a positive if he doesn't play. I like that. See, I haven't heard no one say that.
That's the only positive. Is that the Rams are like, what the heck are they going to do?
Right.
Good point. No, I think I agree to like the very least the decoy part of it too, because like you go back to the Lions like offense like the entire season, like Sam Laporta has been a huge part of it. I think he's a big part of it. It's not even just like the production either, but the schematics of it all too. Like there's certain like routes like him and Amon-Ra will like run underneath each other. It's like it just frees up defenders, and especially with Amon-Ra, all pro by the way. Shout out,
Yeah.
But yeah, like you have to pay, obviously Amon-Ra being as great as he is, like it opens up a lot of things for Sam Laporta and vice versa. And I think he'll be there at the very least for like red zone situations. Because I was listening to Chris Long, I think it was, and he had like a similar injury, and they drain the blood out of your knee, and it's you just have to keep doing that throughout the week. To my knowledge, I think Sam Laporta did twice this week or something like that. But he said he was able to play with it, and I think Sam's will play, man. He's a younger guy. You got all that adrenaline too, you know, not just like this from like the situation itself, but like Ford Field. If you guys are going, anyone's listening that's going, it's gonna be rocking. You know what I'm saying? So there's gonna be so much. And they got the $1 million drugs too. It's a $1 billion organization. They're probably gonna be able to keep going. But I expect Sam Laporta to play, and if he does play, I expect him to have an impact. Dan Campbell said that during the week too. He's like, if he can't affect the game, we're not gonna play him. There's no point in playing him if he can't help us out.
Right. Hey, okay. No, I'm gonna do this because I think this is a Rams fan here. I'm assuming. So I'm gonna throw right to you first. What do you think, man? How do you stop Kupp or Puka with our defense giving up 150 plus to an elite receiver? Will the Lions slow either one of them down, or are they both gonna go crazy tonight?
Puka might go crazy. Puka might go crazy. But we've seen that this entire season. Like we've had guys go off. The CD, Jefferson. I think there's another one I'm missing. We've had receivers go up against us, Olave. But guess what happened in each one of those situations? Yo, baby, we was eating doves for dinner that day. Hey, they can do their thing. Great players do what they do, but Detroit. Hey, we had Calvin Johnson, all right? Like, arguably the best receiver all time. Dude used to go crazy every single game, and we never had a playoff game to show for it. So, like, yeah, guys can go crazy. It doesn't necessarily mean you're walking away with the W. Give me the Lions still.
Oh, I like that. Okay. Hey, let's talk Lions. I want to ask both you guys on this because like all the talk is about the Stafford thing. We haven't talked about it yet.
Sure.
Like, I want to start with you. Like, what's your feeling on that? Like, how are you going into this? Because you see the jerseys thing, and they're like, "Oh man, we're gonna ban the jerseys." I saw that was like a popular thing for a second there. Like, how are you feeling about this, man? Like, do you have any like thoughts about this whole situation, or is the NFL just rigged? Is that what this is? Because like somehow, I'm just saying. All right, we all see the playoff schedule. How we got Packers, Dallas, us, Rams first round. I mean, really? Come on, man. I'm just saying. They got some good matchups.
You gotta say it. You gotta say it. No, listen, dude. Stafford. Jared Goff has already done more for us than Stafford did in 12 years. I'm just going to call it for the way it is. I don't have this affinity for Stafford. Don't get me wrong. There's this part where it's like, oh man, like I saw somebody put out a video. It was like a Dell song and it was showing both Stafford and Goff and like now how they've reversed places. And I was like, wow, that hit me. That hit me emotionally. But also, I don't give a flying horse's buttocks. Dude won the Super Bowl. Does not matter. He does not get a cheer walking into our stadium. If you're a Lions fan, you're rooting for the Lions 100%. And I'm talking from yesterday to today. There's no in between. If this was a Thursday night game, week 4, we could throw up like a quick like, hey, there's a nod, tip of the cap. Yeah. There's nothing. It's the ex-girlfriend rolling into town being like, I got married. I'm super good looking. What are you doing? I don't want to see you.
Wait, easy. So you're saying they're not going to play a tribute video before the game?
No, man, no. I put it to you like this. This is what I did on the show, and
okay.
You missed it, but it's like just allow yourself to like close your eyes for a minute real quick. Think about the Calvin Johnson catch, reverse.
Oh,
you know what the catch rule is. Think about the picked up flag against the Dallas Cowboys. Think about the 2-point conversion we got screwed on this year. Think about just always being like the low hanging fruit of like nationally televised shows where there's like ragging out of Lions out of the blue for nowhere. Think about all the hurt you had in every situation as being a Lions fan. The curse that was passed on to you and all the games you've watched, like your grandpa, your dad, your aunt, uncle, whoever it may have been that passed on that curse to you. And imagine like the feeling of when the Detroit Lions win this game tonight and how happy you'll be, how relieved you'll be, those tears of joy, how validated, like all the years you put in being a Detroit Lions fan, just finally like validated. Matthew Stafford's trying to take that moment away from you. Matthew Stafford, that good feeling you just drummed up in your head and your heart just now, in your stomach, whatever butterflies, he's shooting them. That's what he's come here to do, is to rip that feeling away from you. So Matthew Stafford, everything he did for us for today and today only. We can pay all his tributes and be thankful for him when he comes into town next year because he's on the schedule. But tonight is war. We're going against them. Matthew Stafford and whatever relationship we had prior to this never existed. We're taking the W tonight. We gotta eat them alive. Pause if that needs to be in there. I don't know.
I mean, it was all right. Hey, look, man, that was fire. By the way, you got me, man. You can picture the plays. We know exactly what you're talking about, man. We're making up plays in our mind. We already know like all the cheated plays, man. That was good. You set that up real well too. I wasn't expecting that turn to go to look. Stafford's trying to take that from us. That's crazy,
right?
See, now I'm fired up.
That's what it is. Stafford stuff. You got to get away from it. Got to
Yeah, no, I'm with you there.
How do you feel?
All right, me?
Yeah,
man, I think you guys nailed it. To be honest with you, like when I see all this stuff like that, I don't know. Like, I don't have a strong feeling. I don't think one way or the other. Like, to me, it's not like one of these things like, oh, if you wear a Stafford jersey, I'm taking it. Like, I don't really care, to be honest with you. My whole thing is like, you guys know I'm a big Stafford guy, so I love what he did here. But at the same time, like, there's no way in heck I'm rooting for him tonight. I'm with you, Easy. I'm not playing a tribute video. All right, it's not time for that. There's a time and a place for things. It's not that time or that place for things. And I look at it the same way too. It's like, hey, hold up. Goff out here won the division, man. He won the division. Like, this is that dude now. Whatever you feel about him, he's the dude right now. And yeah, he's a dude. So No, I'm right with you. I think Easy laid it out real well there. I think we're all kind of on the same page.
Yeah.
That was good.
If you feel any sort of solace at the end of tonight, if the Rams win and you're like, well, at least then then your Lions fandom is revoked.
Yes.
Nah.
Yeah.
We all got to test this though in 2021, like the first year when they played each other. Because we weren't even good at the time. But at the same time, I know everybody as soon as the game started was like, you're rooting against Stafford. Like not like aggressively, like different, like than any other player. Like it's not like for me at least, it was the same as just like everybody else. But no, I'm just like not rooting for him. Like there's no part of me that wants to see you win this game. I want to see him get hit. Hey, you know what I'm saying? Like hit him a lot. You know,
I want to see what Hutch can do.
I'm just saying. Yeah. You know, we can hit him a few times. That's what I'm saying. All right, hey, for this game, Easy, you're wearing the Penei Sewell jersey. So like, tell me the dude. Who's that dude? Who's lighting it up today? Who's going crazy today? Either side of the ball.
All pro, no big deal. You know what I'm saying? But he lightened up always. But like key players, we need to play well for a dub.
I mean, however you want to go about it. Yeah, if you want to go key player, I was just like,
who's gonna do
crazy today? I mean, no, you give me key players. Give me your key players. Let's do that. I think that's better.
This one is. Okay, I'll give you just like two real quick. Kirby, I think for sure, just because I think obviously they're gonna want to run the ball. We're great at stopping that. Like we're the second best run defense in the league, and it's not like we haven't played like great running backs either. We have, and we've kind of shut them all down. Not a single one has rushed for over 100 yards for us all year. So I think Stafford's gonna be doing his Stafford thing, throwing it up, and it's up to our guy, playing that high zone safety, whatever, and it's up to Kirby to ruin that. It's up to him, playmaker that he can be. And I think Jack Campbell, we've watched this guy like mature throughout the season from like the only way getting on the field was playing the Sam linebacker spot, which he never played before. He's back in the middle. And I think the past 2 weeks, I've noticed him everywhere on every tackle, almost it feels like. So I think he'll be those guys are my big key pieces. I think need to ball out.
Hey, before I go to you, let's talk line. What Easy said right there about Jack Campbell though, because like it was kind of like something that hit me like when you just watch the Rams, how much of their offense. I mean, they do so much between the numbers. Like that's where they eat, kind of like we do too. Yeah. But like when you're seeing that, you can't help but be like, man, Jack Campbell should be a presence there because everything's between like 12 yards. There's no reason that dude isn't just in the way a few times. Like he's just like, dang, I can't go to the ball. I can't throw it there because when you look at the numbers on the Rams, like they're one of the highest in terms of percentage of getting the ball in less than 2.5 seconds. So that ball's getting out quick. A lot of times the first guy, the ball's getting out. So it's like Jack Campbell should at least a few times just make him like, no, I don't want that one. Let me go somewhere else. Then all of a sudden, you talk about the pressure and stuff. I love that one. And also I want to shout out to Doug here. He said, I could care less about quarterback duel compared to who wins. See, I think that's well said. Cause like you hear the golf versus Stafford thing and it does sound great. Like it's awesome for videos too. But at the same time, it's kind of like, okay, golf's not playing Staff. He's playing their defense. So how does that match up? We really think about how does it match up? Let's talk Lions, man. Who's your players to watch?
Shoot, dude. First of all, you're bringing up a great point. Great lead into our offense against their defense as a whole. I'm not worried. I feel like offensively, when I look at their defense, we should be set, should be good to go, should put up 30. If we can hit 31, I think we clinch this W. As a whole, though, man, it's the secondary. I have full faith, and like I can't pick one guy. It is our secondary. It's Cam Sutton. It's CJ Gardner-Johnson. It's Iffy. It's Kirby. It's the kit and caboodle because the secondary cannot get it done. I have full faith in our D-line to get to Stafford and apply the pressure, but you put it perfectly, bro. They get the ball out and they get it out fast. If our secondary cannot do their job, because I'm really not worried about the amount of pressure we're going to get on them, but it's a quick release. I'm worried that the secondary struggles here. So I just need a good game from our secondary.
Do either of you have like something that you would like? I mean, they're going to have their own plan and stuff like that. So we don't know exactly how they're going to do this, but like, do either of you like have some, you're like, this is what I would try to do. Like maybe it's just like a little wrinkle, like in your mind, like, man, I would come into this one and I'd play more defensive linemen, or maybe it's like, okay, I'd keep two safeties back all game long. Like, is there something like that you guys have in your mind that you think I would like? For me, for example, like I come into this one, I want to just be super aggressive. Like I want to bring pressure on first down. I want to bring the blitz on first down. I'd bring them on second down. I'd be blitzing the heck out of Stafford in this game because I'm looking at as I expect them to put up points. I mean, we just saw the Puka thing earlier with Cup, and as Easy said, like those guys are going to get their yards. It's about who wins. I'm like, our best benefit as defense is we stop the run, which if we're bringing the blitz, it will help us stop the run because Stafford's not a threat to take off. He's not Lamar. But then also on top of that, if it's like, okay, they hit some chunks, but at the same time, if I get one or two turnovers, I feel like I won. Like that's all I need because I'm with Let's Talk Lions. I feel super confident in our offense in this game, so I'm just gonna lean into that. Like the offense should do their thing. So defensively, we just need a couple takeaways. We win a turnover battle, we should feel like we're gonna win this game. So like I know for me coming in, I just want to be super aggressive. Like, is there something like that on either side of the ball for either of you that you look at?
Yeah, I mean, defensive. I want them like to stop the run early, like no like 4-5ers, like just shut it down early. Because like I listen to like a lot of Rams media like this week, and I usually do it like going into like weeks because like I hear the other's perspective because you get to hear like their insecurities about their team,
Sure.
and, like ways like we could attack them, and like they think that McVay abandons the run like fairly early if it's not going. And I think if we shut that down, then it's just up to like our guys in secondary, which I'm fairly confident in Brian Branch, CJ, GJ, Fontu Miller, and Kirby Joseph to be playmakers on the 50-50 balls that Stafford likes to throw. So I think aggressive against the run, or at least for sure, like whoever you need in there to seal the gap. So our linebackers just scrape and just eliminate Kyrie Williams doing what he needs to do at all points. That way, it's just us versus Stafford, like pretty much from then on. That's I guess what I would do if I had to answer.
No, I mean it makes sense, and because like when you think about it, like the Rams, like that's been the biggest difference this year. You think about the Rams, their passing game is still their passing game. They're still elite at receiver. The biggest difference for their turnaround is they run the ball really well. And it's Kyron Williams. Like for me, particular, like to what your point is, like that's the key. You know they're going to pass the football well. It's not like we're going to come in this game and have two great, like we don't have the best secondary that they've faced. So I know that they're going to have success there. And so it's like we better get some dang pressure and we got to shut down the run. We got to make them have to push the ball further than 3 yards, or we're going to be in trouble. Like that's my whole thing of being aggressive on early downs. I just want to click on touch on this real quick. Pyro Uverse, I think to say. He said Aaron Glenn say we see 3 safety set. So just like to get your guys' thoughts on that, because CD Deuce had a pick. That man's back. I mean, he's gonna get on the field some way. So he's gonna be out there. If he's been awesome, so that dude's not coming off the field. And easiest player to watch was Kirby Joseph. So the one thing I'll say to this is that we know coming in, and Brian Branch plays some safety too, is that they still play a lot of one tight end offensively. There'll probably be a lot of Higbee today, but they still have usually 3 receivers on the field. So like to me, this could make sense. So like, do we think we're gonna see 3 safeties in this game? Or does that kind of hurt maybe you guys think in terms of what we just talked about, stopping the run is the first key? Or is that like a specific down, like 3rd down, then we go 3 safeties? Like, do you guys have any thoughts on that whole? Because it's been like ever since he's coming back, we've like, when are we going to play our safeties? How are we going to play them?
I mean, I'm cool with it because like I think the safeties that we have, they're great against the run. Like I think CJ GJ's been that, and I think Branch has been that too. I think they're really great, like solid like tacklers. I think Sutton's a really good tackling guy in the secondary too. So if they want to play a little bit dime, get those guys in there. I have no issue with that whatsoever. To be honest with you.
Yeah, I feel like Sutton's just been getting, unfortunately, like the amount of pressure he's had on him to fill without CJ Gardner-Johnson, like the role he has had to play, you could tell that it almost seems to me like in the last couple of weeks, it has finally, the pressure has squashed him and teams are starting to pick him apart. Now, again, you had to go against CD Lamb, and so like he's just all over the place. Justin Jefferson. It was Justin Jefferson, CD Lamb, Justin Jefferson. So like the amount of pressure that he had on him specifically, dude, like, yeah, it's been tough. So I'm really hoping tonight, like you said, with Gardner Johnson back out there, that he makes a quick impact in the secondary.
I mean, before I ask if we're going to see an interception, Speakeasy's in the chat. Shout out to Speakeasy. We see you. Wow. Hey, man.
Let's go.
Yo, always tune it in, man. We appreciate our guy, man. He's always in the chat. Hey, look. Hold up. Okay, wait, no. Okay, no. Here's the original question I wanted to ask, but that Easy kind of like, he did me dirt. He kind of flipped it on me. So who's that guy that's going crazy today? Who's going crazy today, Easy? Give me someone. You put the parlay ticket, you're killing it right now. So people need to know who's about to go crazy. Offense, defense. Oh, also one other question. This is completely off topic. Who's returning punts for us?
Craig Reynolds?
What did they make any moves? I didn't see any moves yesterday.
So here's the move here. Oh, I should have not. So no, not like in that sense. The only ones that we know is they elevated Tyson Alualu, they elevated Jason Kabinda, and then they signed Anthony Fursker to be their 3rd tight end for special teams, and also Chase Lucas, to replace Jerry Jacobs. Jerry Jacobs and both James Mitchell went on IR.
Dang.
Yeah.
So Chase Lucas is kind of like the replacement for special teams, and then I guess with Fursker, he's again kind of like a replacement because Brock Wright will play as like the tight end 2. So who does? I mean, someone say St. Brown.
I heard People Jones might do it, but let's give it a J-Mo, dude. Let the boy go.
I'd try. I would, bro. I would. Hey, if you feel comfortable with him catching it, I would throw him back there. What do you got to lose?
He did it for Alabama.
Exactly. Imagine
like,
him zipping through, bobbing and weaving.
And don't play like I'm scared. Like Deshaun Jackson was like a tremendous wide receiver and kick returner. Like Antonio Brown used to return punches all the time too. Like he had one of my all-time favorite highlights. He's like Hadoukens. This I don't remember what punter it was for what team. He just kicks him in the face in the way for a friggin' punt return.
Oh, is that Brown?
I think it
You
was
talking about AB?
Yeah, AB. Yeah, he's like kicking.
Oh my god!
And
went there.
in the head too. It's like that's how good he is though at it. But I think
True.
I think if I had to put a bet on it, it's probably DPJ just because he can
Makes
well.
sense.
Not mistaken.
Well, I heard them talking about it. It sounded like they were saying he was probably going to be the guy. So
there you go. And I was hoping because do we still have Maurice Alexander on the practice squad?
He is in the practice squad.
That's why I was curious to see if he got moved up because obviously he's tremendous at those. But give me DPJ if not Khalif.
Yeah, I think he is on the practice squad. I didn't even think about that name yet. I didn't see him elevated, so I could have missed it. Okay. Okay. So let's talk lines. I want to give you the same question I just gave Easy. Oh wait, no, Easy, you didn't answer the question yet, man.
It's tough, man.
This is my fault.
I can say Amon Ra, and like it's such an easy answer because everyone knows he's going off. You know, like
it's okay. That's all right.
All right, I'll put Jack Campbell. That'd be my guy. Just keep an eye on Jack.
I like that. So like 2 interceptions today.
Well, I mean, I hope so, man. He didn't got it.
Because otherwise, like, you know what I mean.
All right, give me
Okay.
I mean, if you weren't gonna take it, I'm gonna take
Greg Reynolds. Hey, look. Hey, okay. Let's talk Lions, man. How about you? Who goes crazy today?
Well, who I want to see go crazy is Montgomery. That's what I want. If we can just own the clock. If we own the clock and we run the ball and we put up, because Montgomery and Gibbs, that combination between the two, holy smokes. Brad Holmes knew what he was doing when none of us fans did back in April. We get that run game going, established, and just keep pushing the ball on the ground and eating the clock. I think we could do some serious damage because then you've also got the play action set up. So let's go with Monty. Monty's my boy.
So that's your strategy. You want to control time possession.
I want to punch them in the throat over.
You want it to be 7-3. That's what you're hoping for.
I mean, you said it, not me.
No. I'm playing.
No, I just want to eat the clock away. Is what I want. I just want to eat up the clock and them not even have a chance to throw that ball.
All right. No. Hey, we can dip that in. Hold up. Okay. Hey, we're gonna get easy out here soon. So I do want to do two more. Number one, well, the second thing, give me your score prediction this one. But the first thing is this: who has the better game today, Goff or Stafford, passing yards and passing touchdown interception ratio wise?
Stafford. I mean, I think.
Okay, well, what is gonna happen out here? We appreciate you for joining.
If they do well, it's gonna be.
You had us close our eyes, Easy. We closed our eyes for this.
I didn't close my eyes.
You asked me.
Did not close them.
Well, I did. Easy. You let me down, man. I asked the question.
Yes,
Lions would have asked.
Who's in my mouth, man? I mean, just on the numbers, Lions are still winning.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So what's the score prediction then?
31-27. Les Trois Lions. And it's not a disrespect towards Goff either way. Like we can get it done on the ground too. It's not, it's not like those. Let's not pretend like Jahmyr Gibbs and David Montgomery aren't freaking monsters out there.
Now, final little point. I just want to ask, just before you dip, are you rooting for the Packers because you want to see us get a second home game, or is this like you're predicting it like if outside of predicting it, like you think the Packers are going to win? Who would you rather have win this? Would you rather us go to Dallas and play them again, try to get rematch and try to get revenge on that one, or would you rather have the second home game and play either Philly or Tampa Bay?
As poetic as it be for us to like go to Dallas and beat them like the way it should have been the first time around, give us a second. Right. Give us a second playoff game at home. Like, I just want the best odds to get to a Super Bowl, and I think it's all roads go through Detroit, as Dan Campbell likes to say. So,
right.
Come on. Yeah.
All right. Hey, shout to Speakeasy joining us, man. We appreciate you coming on.
Appreciate you.
Man, shout out whatever you want to shout out heavyweights, man. Let people know.
Yeah. Woodward Heavyweights live 5 to 7 Monday through Friday. We'll be partying up tomorrow because Detroit Lions getting this W.
There you go. Do you have like a banner or anything yet? I'm gonna stop asking questions. So we won't stop here, man. Hey, I appreciate you. I appreciate you joining, man. Enjoy the game, and we'll have to talk afterwards.
Mixtape. No, I'm just kidding.
Quick sample, huh? Hey, wait, we got beats. Hey, don't play easy. We got beats.
Hey, Hey, we don't got time for that. Maybe tomorrow. Bro,
Okay.
Lions win. Drew Verstappen, not my friend.
I don't know what's going on.
Relationship has ended.
Oh my God.
Like me on the stream. I love you guys. Bye.
That was wild. I didn't see that
yeah.
coming.
Oh my goodness, man. This show got crazy. All right. We appreciate y'all being here, man. Okay. I'm here with Let's Talk Lions now. Hey, Let's Talk Lions. Shout out your stuff, man. Because I know there's like half the people in here that are from your channel, but I just want to make sure like people that aren't from that channel, let them know where they can find you.
Yeah. If you're interested, channel's name is Let's Talk Lions. My name is Jay. I mostly sit there and talk about the Lions, believe it or not. Also, sometimes Lord of the Rings and Dungeons and Dragons. What if you're in the mood for? You can get over there. Well, maybe not anything.
Okay. Second question. Is that a jack-o'-lantern behind you? Like, where is that orange light coming from? It looks.
Is that a jack-o'-lantern? No. That is that's just an exposed lamp to kind of give a little teal. You want to get that in the film industry. You want to get that orange and teal together. Creates a nice cinematic look. Now, I can't color edit anything that we're doing live, so the teal or the orange is gone, but there's no teal other than closest thing is the blue jersey.
I'm telling you, his videos look fire, man. So if you haven't seen him, just go check it out, and then you'll stay for the rest. But just check it out for that because it's crazy.
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so we kind of hit on like the players to watch. I want to get your sense on the trenches, man, because that's what we do over here. All right, we just had Penei Sewell on with us. Now we got Taylor Decker here, so we got to talk about the trenches, man. All right. This is always what we end up doing at some point. So like both sides of the ball, like give me like a confidence level kind of deal, because I think first off, we start with our offensive line. It's been great. Right. I mean, and I think the Dallas game, even though we had some missed blocks in there, we requested Let's Talk Lions freestyle. Hey, man.
No.
Hey, okay.
Do you look and see how white I am? Not a chance. I know I got a nice like pink pigment in my face. Thanks a lot, Mom and Dad. But
dang. All right. No, it's all good. Wait, I don't know. Okay. So like the offensive, I thought against the Dallas game, we had some lost blocks in there and we had some negative. Like every time it was 3rd and 1, we weren't getting it for whatever reason. But everything else was good running the football. And you're coming in, you're saying, man, we want to control time possession. I know me personally, I'm confident we're gonna move this defensive line even with Aaron Donald, because I thought we did in 2021. I think we're gonna run right at him in certain rushing concepts. So that would be the first thing, because most people we all know who Aaron Donald is. All right. But their number 2 guy, it's Kobe Turner, man. He's been a dog this season.
Mm-hmm.
Like that dude's been incredible in the interior. So what is your confidence level there? Because it feels like the majority of the matchup we're going to see outside of like 3rd down and long, where maybe they put Donald on a tackle, is like Jonah Jackson, Frank Ragnow, and it's going to be Graham Glasgow against those 2 dudes. I mean, that feels like it could shake the entire game for our offense in this one.
Yeah, dude. I think for us on the line, the most important player will be Frank Ragnow. And Ragnow is, I said it in my last video, one of the best, if not the best center in the NFL. And so I think the only way that they're going to be getting that pressure is going to be coming through him, other than Donald. Obviously, Donald himself is a dog, and I don't want to take away from him. But like when I look at the Rams defense as a whole, I'm not really scared other than what we got up front. And even with what I am afraid of, I trust our O-line more. So to me, the only way that the Rams are really going to get through is if they could start beating Ragnow and like apply that pressure. And obviously he's got a couple injuries that are lingering, the toe, the back, like he's got these things. And so hopefully there's no dirty play with people stepping on him, crushing his feet. Because man, I care about Frank Ragnow's big toe more than I care about most of my entire body.
Man. Chad, come on, man. Y'all heard that. Think about that, what he just said. And wait, did you see that clip, the Minnesota Vikings one? I don't remember who it was on, but he kind of like put his knee in that dude's back. Did you see that one?
No.
Bro, that was dirty. That was dirty, dog. They had that thing like it was on X, and there was like a play.
What is X? What is that?
Twitter.
Oh.
Yeah.
I just wanted to hear you say it.
But no, bro, like I don't remember who it was. Like it didn't look like completely out of the norm, like he was getting up, but like he like put his knee on dude's back getting up, and it's like, bro, you're like 350 pounds, though. You can't be doing that. You're gonna really hurt somebody doing something like that. So
Ragnow
I thought maybe you were. No, it wasn't Ragnow. It was Phillips, the nose tackle for Minnesota.
I thought you were talking about Ragnow. I was like,
no, not Ragnow. No, not my bad. I hopefully it didn't. Yeah, no, not Ragnow. Right, not Ragnow. I just wondered if you were referencing that because it's like, yo, that was dirty. Whatever the heck that was. Okay, so you're confident there, it sounds like.
Very
But we
confident.
know and you're confident with our entire offense really outside of that.
Yeah, and this is
Go
where,
ahead.
like, when you asked the question to Easy regarding who's gonna have a better throwing, or pass
Mhm.
today, I'm gonna go with Jared Goff over Stafford, not just because I don't wanna get booted off the stream, but
No, this is why
because
you're here. Yeah. This
but
is
because, like, I trust our O-line and I trust our D-line more than I trust the opposite or the vice versa for both teams, and so I think really the amount of pressure that Aleem, that Hutch, that Romeo, who is stepping into his stride, that these guys are going to be able to apply and force Stafford to get rid of the ball as quick as possible, followed by it being a home game, it being loud, banking on some of these missed play calls for Stafford, for the Rams, due to home field advantage. And then
Mhm.
offensively, I just think our O-line is going to create quite an opportunity for Goff to look over to the sideline, look at McVay, blow him a kiss, followed by one flip of the bird.
I wasn't ready for that, man. That thing went a whole turn. You had that like
It's a mess up in this
that
brain.
was good. No, that was good actually. That was smooth because I was like, I don't know where we're going with this, but then you just had it real quick in there. So um hey Jed, look, man. Okay. Then I want to flip it to the other side of the ball because like I'm with you there. Like I agree offensively, I'm super confident. I feel so confident in this game, partly because you have Ben Johnson and he's gonna put on a show. You know, he's planning to put on a show. And with a healthy offensive line, like as much as we talk about the Laporta injury and Khalif, and it stinks.
Yeah.
If there's one position you would pick coming into the year to be healthy outside of golf, it would be like the offensive line. Let that offensive line be healthy. We got a shot against anybody, and it's
Absolutely.
healthy. So that's massive to me. My concern with offense is, I guess, the schematic side because it's kind of like Dallas, right? They play a lot of man coverage and
Mhm.
they'll switch everything. So it's like, okay, it wasn't the best against Dallas, but I don't think they have the same players in the back end at all.
No.
And then on top of that, like they don't have a Micah either. But Donald's great. He's great. I haven't felt the same when I watch it, and I hate saying that because it's like he's gonna go crazy today because I said that, but it doesn't feel the same when you watch him versus watching Micah, right? Like when I watch Micah, I'm like, dang, this guy's gonna be an issue. I don't know. I feel more confident with our passing attack in this game than I did, like, let's say, with versus Dallas. So I'm with you there. But then if you flip it around, I think that's like the underrated part of this one because Easy even was talking about it too. The run game that they have, like, it's now top half in pretty much every statistical spot. Kyron Williams has been, I mean, when they've had Kyron, Koopa, Puka, and Stafford, I don't know if they've lost a game this year. Like, they've been great together because now all of a sudden they have a run game and they've had to change up how they're doing it stylistically based on that. And I had the stat. I don't know if you saw this one. 56% of their run plays are between the guards now. So when I just that alone, like even if you just hear that stat immediately as fans, you're thinking Benito Jones, Ali McNeil. And you could throw in Tyson Alualu, where he's going to be massive. But because of how they do it, and they double team the interior, it's like, yo, those guys got to be able to hold their ground. And I
Mhm.
have some concern. I have some concern with Benito in this one based on the Vikings game. Because I'm
Okay.
with you with what you said, right? Like the run defense has been really good all year. And this is why I'm saying like we got to blitz early because it helps our run defense as well.
Yeah.
And my thing is this, like, I would rather us blitz Stafford and then say, okay, let's not let him get that shot off than him have a play fake and have two deep safeties and still be able to get the shot off because he'll still deliver the ball where he wants the ball to be.
Yep.
So it's like,
Agreed.
I'll take my chances with him just not being able to get the ball there.
No,
Blitz
bro.
iffy. Don't let him see. You know what I mean? So
Yeah. I
that's
like
that's
that.
the key to me. I mean, what do you think defensively? Like, is that a concern for you as well? And the reason I say it's a concern is this: last game, Ty Chandler averaged 5.7 yards per carry, and they're not a great rushing team. That concerns me because he didn't do a lot in total because they couldn't really run because they kind of fell out of it because we just led the whole time. But like this is one of those spots where it's like that has to be better because that's who we are. Like our defense is stopping the run, forcing turnovers. You got to be able to stop the run first. So that's where my slight concern comes into. Those dudes need the ball. I need them to play their best. Like, let's get this thing back on track. How do you feel about that? Are you confident in those guys?
Dang,
By the way,
dude.
having a lean back helps.
Yeah. Oh my God. Having the lean back is everything. Really wished we could have gotten used to back for this one to apply that edge pressure, but
True.
you just blew my mind. That was all really well said, and especially the blitzing and the way that, like, if we're gonna go down, I want
Swinging.
to go down swinging, right?
That's it.
Like, and if that means bringing the blitz time and time again, I want it to be remember the Titans when Coach looks and says, "We blitz all night." That's what I want.
I love that.
You have now amped me up. That is what, and quite frankly, truly, as much as I'm being goofy, I really think that would be a major key. And if, like you said, if Stafford's going to hit the throw, I'd rather us bring the pressure and attempt. Plus, like Hutch getting his hands in there, the amount of times our boys getting those hands up, trying to swat that ball down. Let's put him on his heels.
Mhm.
I'm worried about mobile QBs. That's another aspect of this where I feel good. Now, granted, they got Puka and they got Cooper Kupp. They have a dynamic wide receiver tandem. But I look at us as a whole, and if we can apply the pressure to Stafford, put him on his heels. Stafford is not running for 10 yards. He's not going to pick up if he picks up a 5-yard gain, I'll just kind of like sneakily like give a golf clap 2 times. Hope I don't get punched in the throat, but I'll be like, wow, well done, sir.
Yeah.
But no, I think if we can put him on his heels, that's where we can win this. We can win this game. Make him chuck the ball in moments where it's like, oh, son of a bee, and he just sails it. And that's when Iffy or Branch swoop up, boom.
That's it. And that changes the game immediately. Because I look at it the same way as you. Like, I'm so confident of our offense. And it's funny you say it, because if you watch them, like when I watch this offense, I don't really ever step back and be like, man, they can't figure it out. Like, they always seem to have someone open. Stafford always seems to know where to go with the football. And you're like, man, this offense is going to be a problem.
Yep.
But it's like when things get messy, it's like, oh, he overthrew that one. There was a pressure there and he just overthrew it. And it's like, or he'll try to no look it with pressure. And it's like, the ball got a little away from him. Then you pick it off because he's willing to do all those things.
He's willing to do it. We saw it for way too many years.
Pressure's not going to shake him off of taking a chance. You know,
no.
It's not like you have a guy in his face. Oh, let me not throw that. No, he's still throwing that ball.
No, he's going to be like, all right, let's run it back. Do it again.
That's how I'm looking at it, man, personally, just getting aggressive defensively. The run defense, though, I think we all can agree. Like, that's who our defense, that's what our defense is kind of built on. Now, the final thing I'll talk about, because we talked about safeties, is that matchup, because CD Deuce, Iffy Melifonwu, Tyler Higbee's probably going to play. Like, I don't know about you, but I love that. I love that matchup for us in this one, man. Tyler Higbee is great, and he's like a third down piece. They have Kupp. You know they have Puka, so it's like Cam Sutton. How are we going to deal with that with Vilder? That's a problem. But Higbee's the dude, because I think Higbee's like, where Kupp's going to move every play. He's always moving. So it's like, you just got to handle the motion, right? You got to handle it in zone. You got to handle it, man, because they're just going to move those guys all the time. But Higbee's that dude that they'll just say, if we get him one-on-one, we're going to throw it there. And I feel great about that matchup. I think that could be just, it comes out of who wins that one in the crucial spots. 3 times it goes to him, who wins that battle those 3 times. And I think CD Deuce makes a massive difference there, as well as Iffy in this one.
Bro.
Are you telling me one of them are getting an interception today? Is that going to happen?
Yeah, I think it is. I think it's going to happen. And if I had to put money on it, based on what I have seen, it's Iffy. Mm-hmm. I feel like it's got to happen. Happen.
I mean, he's so good. He's so good, by the way, man.
He came out of nowhere, dude. Just boom, lights out. Everything that he's done, I'm just like, oh my God. I think was it the Denver game he really broke out, or was it the week before that?
It was Denver. I think it was. Well, it actually could have been a week before that.
Yeah, Denver. I remember watching, and I was at that game, and I was like, I did not expect any of this from him. So I just think it's so cool to be able to see what that kid has done in his growth development, because I didn't expect this when we got him. And he struggled, obviously, at the injury. So it's cool to see. It's really cool to see, just for his own sake.
Yeah, I love what you said there, because like that's the one thing. He's like a great example of, he's like the guy that was completely forgotten. Like, I know Levi, but Levi is because of injuries. If he was like because of injuries as well, but it doesn't feel like it has that, because it's like it's never been as documented. Like, Levi was expected to come in, be a big pass rusher. If he was like, oh, he's moving to safeties, I don't even know what he is, but it was still all injuries. And the fact that like all of a sudden here he is, like, oh, he's still a dog. It's like, where did this dude come from? Is a great point, because it did feel like that's like one of those guys. Like, okay, we drafted him, we're just not even playing him in a spot. We just wasted the pick. And all of a sudden, he's one of our best players. Like, he's a future piece.
Yep.
He's the future at safety for us with all the 1-year deals we have there. He's the future. It's crazy.
I agree. I know it's going to be wild. And for CD Deuce, CJ Gardner-Johnson, for his own sake, I would love to see him get at least a couple pass breakups or a pick, because I think that would ignite him. It would ignite him into a whole different stratosphere of his mind, because he's a wild dude. So, man, if he's able to start making some plays early, guys, lights out.
Bro, and he was the Chiefs game, he got beat a couple times, but the conditions were terrible. You don't got to worry about that at Ford Field, man.
No.
That dude he's a dog. The last thing that I want to say to this is, and I guess we'll kind of go into our picks here with this, because I think it kind of ties into it. But yeah, let's do our picks. What were we just talking? We were talking about the safety position, right?
Yeah.
We were talking about okay. I was like, I completely forgot what we were talking about. We talked about the safety position. I don't remember. I was gonna. Oh yeah, no, I was gonna say this because I know you keep up with the Ravens too pretty well, right? Like that's kind of like the other team. Is that the other
Oh
team?
no, the Bills. Bills.
The Bills. It's the Bills. Okay, well you know the Ravens and you know Kyle Hamilton, and to me when I see Iffy, I get a sense of a Kyle Hamilton in his own right because Kyle Hamilton's a lot of hype for Lions fans, but all of a sudden I see this like freakishly sized safety, right? And you're like, you kind of see it. Like he's an elite blitzer, so is Iffy. I don't know. I just kind of get the sense of the same kind of thing. Okay. So score predictions we're going to chat. Light it up. Let us know. Give us your scores. I'll go my score first because let's do it at the same time. Let's do it at the same time.
Same time. All right.
Yeah. All right. We'll start from 44, 44, 43, 42, on 1, 41, 40, 40. All right. All right. On 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3,
31,
34, 24.
28 Lions.
Ooh, okay. We're in the same ballpark.
What'd you say?
I said 34, 24.
34, 20. Bro,
Yeah.
my buddy had a dream last night. Text me in the morning. He said, I'm going to let you know. In my dream, Lions won 34-24. I said, put money on it. He goes, no. I said, fine, I'll do it for you. So I did it. I promised him half the winnings if we get it. So I hope you're right.
Wait, so you bet on the exact score being that?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that is awesome. Yo, I hope it is too. I'll tell you this. I am the wrong person to ask. I have not gotten a single score prediction right this year, but
that's a bummer. Now that really hurts.
No, yeah, I shouldn't have said.
Hey, it's playoffs. You got it.
Right? It's a different season. That was the preseason. This is the real season.
This is it.
I feel good about this one. I'm a confident fan in this one. I think we handle business. But you got us winning 2. It sounds like you got golf going down, getting a game-winning field goal drive, and it's that man, Michael Badgley. Is that what this is? Is that how this is going? Michael Badgley from 55 yards?
Don't do that to me because if it comes down to Michael Badgley, first I'm going to force puke all over the place. I'm going to really upset some people at my home who are over there like, what's going on? And I'll be like, get out of here because I will not be able to handle freaking Pippin. Like I did a Lord of the Rings mashup in the beginning of the season, each player representing a different Lord of the Rings character. Michael Badgley is Pippin. He's the type of guy who you're like, you're probably going to get us all murdered.
Oh man, dog! I don't know who Pippin is, but you can tell it's a rap, man.
Have you not seen the Masterpiece trilogy?
No, I told you I saw the one. I saw the one movie.
The one?
I saw the one with Bilbo Baggins.
Oh my god! So you watched The Hobbit?
The Hobbit.
You screwed up. You screwed up, those. You gotta watch Lord of the Rings, all 3 extended editions.
Wait,
mine's gonna be
blown. That's the same series, though. You know, that's the same.
So
series,
it's from the same canon. Basically, The Hobbit is its own book, and then Lord of the Rings is its own book. They tie into one another. They're part of the Middle Earth, all written by J.R.R. Tolkien. But The Hobbit's The Hobbit's not as good. It's a fun little adventure movie, in my opinion. I'm like, it's pretty good. I know this is what everybody came here for. Lord of the Rings is a masterpiece, and nothing will ever be made like it again.
Chat, we're gonna skip the game. We're gonna watch Lord of the Rings.
Done.
On stream.
I won't want to puke.
We skipping the game. Hey, watch party, Lord of the Rings.
Could you imagine? There was literally one Super Bowl. I was so disinterested by the 2 teams playing. I said, screw it. And I put on the 2 towers. I literally was like, this is so dumb.
You know what? I kind of feel like that every Super Bowl, to be honest, a little bit. There's part of me that's like, I don't care.
I'm like, oh, nobody likes the Chiefs, for God's sake. They were fun one year. Oh, man, you're getting me hyped up, dude.
No, they're boring now. It's our time. It's our time. Okay, last question, because I know I'm going over time here. So you gave us a score prediction. You got us winning by 3. When you're talking Green Bay, Dallas, you came in, you're confident. You're saying Green Bay's winning this game. Now, I took Dallas in this game, but you guys were both confident, so I think I might be wrong on this one. I was wrong yesterday. I thought Cleveland would win, and oh, my goodness, that thing got out of hand. Green Bay, Dallas, who would you rather see win that game? That way, when we move on to the divisional round, our matchup is either Philly, Tampa, or at home, or it's on the road going to get some revenge against Dallas. Right? Which would you rather see?
So that's tough. I would love to take on Dallas for the poetry, for the poetic ending to say, if we're going to go down, Adam, you know it's right. If you don't watch the extended editions, you've done it wrong. I watched all 3 in one single day. I was extremely sick by the end of it. Had a terrible migraine. It was worth it. I would love to take on Dallas, but screw it, man. I'm with Easy where I'm like, I would much rather, I want to feel confident and I want a second home playoff game.
Right.
Let's have a second home playoff game. To me, that's the better end of the shtick. Yeah, it's poetic to go this way. I think the Packers win, though. I really think.
See, that's the thing. You're confident
McCarthy
in that.
is so bad at clock management. That clock management even showed up in our game against him. Like, that's why Dallas will lose his clock management. That's my guess.
That's absolutely true. I don't know why they were throwing the ball at the end there. It's like, all right, they gave us a chance, and he should have lost that football game. You know what? You make a good point. That's 7-point spread. Don't let Green Bay be down by 6 at the end of that one. That's all we got to say.
That's all you got to say.
I'm with you. I'm not trying to root for Green Bay, but I'm saying I don't like either team.
Yeah.
So I mean, we handle business.
I hate Rodgers so much that I kind of. This is hard to say out loud, but I kind of wanted to win so that I can just slowly reel up my finger and be like,
that's messed up.
Yeah. Dang. And then we get the home game. So like,
and then he goes on the Pat McAfee show and he's got to talk about it. That's tough.
That's
tough.
And he'd be like, I'm really happy for Lovey. I'm really happy for him. I'd be like, yeah, okay.
Dang, look at that. The hate in his heart is crazy right now, Chad. Hey, man, hey, look, it's that time, man. We got about 3.5 hours till kickoff. Appreciate you joining Let's Talk Lions, man. He's been with us for a lot of the season doing pregame shows. You're about to say something.
Yeah, no, Dragon Fan Tim. Can you do me a favor? Click that. You're all nerds if you watch Lord of the Rings tonight. First and foremost, in your name is Dragon. You're just as much as a nerd as I am.
Dang. So he watched Dragon Tales. That's what you're saying,
bro. I love Dragon Tales. I can sing the whole song to you. It's great.
All right. Well, we don't need that, but I appreciate
you let Easy sing. Let me sing.
You right. Hey, hold up, Chad. Come on now. Get it going. Hey, this is the remix, Chad. You didn't know you were coming for the remix of Dragon Tales, but here you are. Let's get it going. No, all right, Chad. We appreciate y'all joining, man. We're gonna continue this. Probably going forward, I'll be in talks with Let's Talk Lions. We'll see how everything shakes out. But when you go to the Super Bowl and you win a Super Bowl, you got extra weeks in the season. So we have a luxury that not a lot of other teams do. 3 more weeks of this.
How wild is this, man? Last year, this time,
amazing.
We're just sitting here with our fingers sucking on our thumb, watching other teams enjoy. Like, we get extra football. We get a whole extra week of it. Now, granted, the 8 p.m. slot was so rude of the NFL because I woke up this morning and I just stared at the 12-degree sun outside and thought, how am I supposed to make it to 8 p.m.?
That's facts. Yeah, we had our toilet getting fixed. So, the fact is you got to wake up earlier for that. Like in this, if I knew this, I could have been like, man, let me sleep until noon. Let me just waste the entire day. No, you're going to sit here and you're going to wait. That's what's going to happen. Then
and the Bills game got canceled. So it was like,
postponed.
Yep. Dude, what a bummer. Because I was like, well, at least I can eat up 3.5 hours of my life watching the Bills pummel Pittsburgh.
Mm-hmm. That's it.
But hey, man, you feel good? You feel good about tonight? Obviously, you picked that W. That's a big spread, dude. 10 points.
Man, I'm super confident. I think the national media is absolutely insane. I think it's absolutely insane. The people that are confident the Rams are a better football team,
I know,
are fooling themselves.
I know.
They're looking at history, not the reality, not the present. That's what they're not looking at. Not looking at the present. Let's Talk Lions. You know what we're saying here, man. This is a really darn good football team. Yeah. I don't think you want to see the Lions at home. I don't think Dallas wants to see the Lions. No, I don't think anybody in NFC wants to see the Lions, okay? No. Because they know if we handle business this one, I'm telling you, if Green Bay wins, we're going to the NFC Championship.
Talk about it.
If this game's over, Green Bay won, chat, book the tickets, NFC Championship. Ooh! We're going to San Fran.
That's my God.
You know what I mean? I mean, that's where we're at right now. No, I'm super confident in this one. I think the Stafford storyline is great, but I think we'll comfortably win this football game. I think it might be interesting early, and then it'll be like, oh, the Lions are a better team.
Yes. Yeah, and that's like my biggest thing looking at it. The Lions, I truly 100% believe the Lions are the better team, period. The Rams are hot, though. And that's what's going to make this game really interesting. They're hot, they're cooking, and that's where a game can easily flip. If we lose the turnover battle, all of a sudden you lost to a hot Rams team. You win the turnover battle, you're the better team, you put your stamp on it, and you move on to next week.
And who would you rather? I mean, really, if you could take the win, my thing is like, as much as a fan, it's still great to win playoff games because they extend the season, it's fun. But at the same time, it's like, when it settles back, it's like, do you win a Super Bowl or not? Really, did you go to Super Bowl? Did you not? Did you win your NFC? And to me, my thing is okay. It's kind of tough because you're getting a really tough matchup round one. You arguably have the toughest matchup round one, but at the same time, it's like I wouldn't really rather have it any other way because of what this means to get the emotional win right away. This team's fired up for what this means. The crowd's going to be the loudest it's going to be for the entire playoffs. Just get this one, and then after that, I honestly feel like it's just way easier the rest of the way.
That's what I was saying. I was telling my wife that, man. I was like, if we could get past here, as much as like this is wild to say, the Super Bowl's in sight. Like now, granted, you got to win every single game, so nothing's given. But I'm like, if we beat them, if we win tonight, I think we're in the NFC Championship game. I think we just roll right through. If we don't, I'm actually going to be really disappointed at that point.
Oh man, see now I don't want to hold you here, but I gotta ask you one more question.
No, bring it on, dude.
This. All right. First off, Dragon Fan Tim says my alumni is the Dragons. You don't have to lie, Dragon Fan Tim. It's all good. We get it. No. Banks asked me this question. He said, if the Lions were to lose, is this season a disappointment? And my answer was clearly no. I don't look at this as a disappointment because I think for me, I look at it like this. It's great to have like a playoff one in your back pocket. Obviously the records and all those things. Oh, it's been this long, that kind of thing. It's I understand that. But my thing is this, every team comes in with the same goal. No one goes in and says, let's make a playoff spot. Everybody says, let's go win the division. That's everybody's first step. You make the playoffs as a wild card versus like your first goal is we have to be the best team of the four, and the Lions have never done that in the North. So to me, they already accomplished something they've never done. To me, it's a success. So from here, it's a success. Now it's just like, hey, icing on top. Now let's get to the Super Bowl. Otherwise, like, okay, it was fun. This is fun, but let's get to the darn Super Bowl. To me, I don't know, because the playoffs are such a the NFL's just so much like this because there's not enough games. But the playoffs are such a like, oh man, this one play happened, all of a sudden you lost this game, or you won this game, you move on. So like, what is the difference between I got the divisional round, I got to the championship, but then I lost this game by one, or they missed a field goal? Like when the Vikings missed their field goal and they get the championship, it was like, did that really make it? I mean, like it stunk at the time, but were they going to win the Super Bowl? Like that's the question. Probably not. So like, who cares? To be honest with you, are we winning the Super Bowl? We won the division. That's the first step. Second step, winning the Super Bowl. That's how I look at it. So to me, it's a success regardless. Dan Campbell has done his thing.
Yeah. Hey, well, you know what's interesting is all year I've been actually on the opposite side where I've said it's a success season if we A, win our division, and B, win the first playoff game. To me, that's
okay.
And I do understand where you're coming from, and I hear you. I think I still err on the side of teams win divisions all the time. It's playoff games that matter in the end. Like, yes, you got yourself into the dance. We got ourselves into the dance with home field advantage. If we can't take this now over the Rams, I will be personally very disappointed and say, what went wrong? Why? What is it? And is it because our secondary, or is it because we don't have a kicker? Because it's feeling like it's going to be one or the other.
Oh boy. Don't put that energy out there.
I know.
But
I know. If we were to lose, but we're winning. Guys, we're winning.
This is true. This is true. So the only question though I'd have is like, okay, but what if the Lions ended up playing Philly round one or Tampa Bay? Let's say they had Philly round one, right? It's like, wow, Philly looks awful. So you basically have like the coldest team in football versus the hottest team in football. You got matched up with the hottest team in football because you were a better seed essentially, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, to me, that's why for me personally, I don't know if I think I'll feel when it's going, but in a way I kind of don't feel the in between. But I understand what you're saying though, because it is a home playoff game. It is an opportunity. It's something. It's like right there. This is something we haven't done.
Yeah,
the champions is there. Go do it.
Yeah,
I get you. I get what you're saying.
Well, it's hard because like Silent Service is saying it. He said the Lions are 1 year ahead of schedule. I would actually disagree. I hear where you're coming from because last year to me was if we made it into the dance, we were the hot team and we were punching somebody in the mouth round one, and it was going to be Minnesota. We were going to kick them right in the head, and to me, man, if we had gotten in there and gotten some of those boys some playoff experience, I would have zero doubts today, right? But like knowing that Stafford, Donald, they got a couple guys on this team, Cooper Kupp, that have gone to a Super Bowl, that have won a Super Bowl. I'm like, all right, they have experience. We have it only in Jared Goff, and then we have it in CJ Gardner-Johnson going to a Super Bowl. But like, it's winning playoff games. This whole playoff thing, to me, I think we're right on schedule. This is our year. Next year, we're going to be even better. So Silent Service, I hear where you're coming from. Next year, I think like it's going to be a rootin' tootin' time to be a Lions fan. But I think we are right on track as to this is where we belong.
And I know we've talked about it before. I think personnel-wise, we should be better because like I think our needs are very clear and obvious where they're at. But at the same time, I always go back to the coordinator thing. And it's like, I know you expect to just, we should be able to just promote guys, but we see teams like Philly's offense is a disaster without Steichen. They don't have answers for anything. I'm not saying, I don't think that'll happen here, but Chad, I don't know if they do no motion offensively. They can't handle a blitz. They just look completely lost. They don't look like an NFL offense. it's like, man, the complete downfall they've had with the head coach that's not calling plays now. And Steichen's a great, we say that Indy. I mean, that team about made the playoffs. So you lose that great coordinator. We've seen things kind of pull back for them immediately. And I don't know if anybody thought Philly was going to be worse after they added Jalen Carter. They were 10-1. Anybody think Philly was going to be worse this year than last year? Absolutely not. It was like, hey, they're going back to the Super Bowl.
Everybody was like,
to have Hurts healthy.
They're going to go win the Super Bowl.
I don't know if they're going to win Tampa Bay. Beat Tampa Bay. That's the question now.
I got Tampa. I've got my. Do you really?
I do. Yeah.
I don't know where I put it. I have my bracket somewhere around here. What I got, but yeah, I got Tampa, dude.
Man, I'm with you. I got Tampa too. Okay, so Tampa too. Stop. Okay.
Let's go. Nothing.
Just Okay. This is seriously the last question. So Monday Night Football, I want to know who you got, right? So you got the Packers, you got the Lions, then we have Tampa, and we got the Bills. Tell me who wins those football games. That way the people know, because I won't talk to you until next
Yeah, that's fair. Buffalo wins. Pittsburgh had a much better shot when they were about to play in strictly snow, because you know Tomlin was going to say run the ball all day. Right. So now they actually have to go play in a normal situation for Buffalo. So Buffalo wins. They move on. They're hot. They're unbelievable. Followed by Tampa Bay is going to win.
Mm-hmm. I like it. Now,
yeah, which will be playing Tampa at that rate.
Yeah, and that would be amazing. By the way, that'd be amazing, because we already took care of business on the road. Let us get them at home.
And that's to know that St. Brown is going to look across and say, "You're telling me that guy got the Pro Bowl and not me? Watch me."
I know first team All Pro, but he's not a Pro Bowler. That makes sense, right?
I hate the Pro Bowl. Get rid of it.
So
it is
bad.
Such nonsense.
Agreed. Absolute garbage. It's absolute garbage.
Yeah.
No, I don't know why I do this every time I seem to ask you that question. For some reason, I pick against Bill. I picked the Steelers earlier this week. And I'll tell you what, I took the Steelers. The spread was like 10.
Why?
And when I saw the weather, like when I was hearing it, I was like, yo, my pick actually might be right.
It might have been right.
They're not going to throw the football at all. This is going to be like when the Bills played the Patriots, just no one throws the football. I'm like, they actually could do this because Steelers just don't throw the ball.
Yeah.
But now it's like, they might have hurt themselves a little bit after moving that thing back.
100%.
Yeah. I took the Steelers, but you're probably going to end up right there. You're probably going to end up right there. That was my one upset pick. But at the same time, like I said, I already got the Browns one wrong. So
yeah, I got the Brown ones wrong too. I thought the Browns had that game on lock going into it. I was like, there's no way CJ Stroud is gonna be able to lead this team. I was like, it's at Houston, but I really thought the Browns had it on lock.
They're dangerous, man. I'm just saying that team could represent the AFC. The only team that's clearly better is Baltimore. Now they got to face Baltimore. But if you take Baltimore out of that mix, especially without who's remaining, Kansas City, no. I mean, I would personally take Houston over Kansas City.
Wow.
My only concern would be the weather, right? Because it's like, is it going to be cold? They have to lean on the run game, which hasn't really been there. Sure. But I think Houston's just a better football team. Like, put them straight. I think they're a better football team than Kansas City. Yeah. And I think you look at that conference, man, it's shaky. It's shaky. But you're right. Buffalo, you like Buffalo. So I had Buffalo losing, so I guess it kind of shakes it up. But even Buffalo's had, they found their way at the end.
Yep.
But they haven't been like Buffalo.
Dominant.
I feel like we haven't felt the dominant Buffalo, which they're capable of. So I think they're dangerous over there.
Oh my God, dude, it'll be wild. And then to know that KC is going to have to play Buffalo in Buffalo if the Bills beat Pittsburgh, that is going to be insane.
Please run that back. That would be amazing.
I'm fine with it, and especially because I would love to see Buffalo just stomp on their throats, 45-13, make Mahomes cry a little bit.
I'm on board with that. I'd love to see Buffalo.
And Taylor Swift ain't going to that game. It's going to be too cold.
Man, that's tough.
Got her.
That's probably true, though. Yeah, hey, speaking about Taylor Swift, man, we're going to wrap this thing up with a little bit of Dragon Tales.
Yeah.
So,
Sure. No, not a chance.
Is this the beat?
Oh, I thought you literally put on Dragon Tales, the song.
I just put something on here. Hey, man, I appreciate you joining. As you guys know, Let's Talk Lions guys win 31-28. I got us 34-24.
Please be right.
Man, I mean, do you got anything that you want to tell the people before we get out of here, man? First off, I do want to say I appreciate you for joining this season. This has been a great regular season, man. It's been a lot of fun. Shout out to the chat. Definitely go check out his channel. Like I said, the videos are great. The quality is incredible. And I was watching them, man. It was like straight. You were like this. You were doing your videos like this. And that's what I loved about it. I was like, oh my goodness.
What do you mean? I was just close to the camera?
I was sweating watching it. I was like, dang, there's no graphics. He's just looking at me. No. but it was great. It
guys
was
are
great.
idiots.
Like,
There's no
It's great.
graphics. Dude's just staring into my soul.
oh my goodness.
Dang. Got him. Wow.
It was great, man. Go check out his stuff, man. I also do want to shout out to the chat, man. You guys have, if you haven't seen it, Let's Talk Lines, you should check it out. I did for fun. I did like a golf hype video.
I
don't know if
watched
you've seen
it.
or not. Bro, it's doing well. I'm like, yo, the video's doing pretty well. So shout out to you. I appreciate y'all, man, for the support there, man. Obviously, that can't be monetized because, of course, the one that has a real song in it, you know how they do.
Yeah. Yeah, but it was sick. I watched it this morning and I was like, oh, heck yes.
Okay, I appreciate that. I appreciate that, man. So they're saying Packers are ahead by a TD. So let's get y'all out of here, man. Definitely go check out that game. We'll be back live over here for the watch party. And man, we'll see y'all next week when the Lions play Cowboys or Bucks or Eagles, I think. I don't know. One of the teams. They'll play one of them. So
yeah,
we'll see you next week, man.
Yeah.
Got any words of wisdom?
Yeah, as Gandalf once said during the Battle of Minas Tirith, when Pippin thought all was lost, and he said, I can't believe it ends here. Gandalf looked at him and said, no, the journey doesn't end here.